because it is important to chemical reactions, materials, and environmental engineering. Why computer? I mentioned that earlier. Promoting programming, robotic automations, etc. Why business studies? Useful for entrepreneurship and project management. Now, of course, again, at the end of the day, it will produce civil engineers. The subjects there again, math, computer, physics, statistics, English, entrepreneurship, digital studies. Why? Because this combination is a strong mathematical reasoning is required. And so you need these subjects. Physics supports hardware and electronics and understanding of all these machines put together. And so at the end of the day, the career outcome of ICT and software development track will produce software developers, data analysts, cyber security, and cyber specialists, etc. etc. Now, when you talk of that is it, and so I was asking, what do you want to be? And somebody said, lawyer, mingine, I want this, mingine, I want that. When you want to do law under CBC, and then also governance, I know we have a lot of politicians coming up, leaders and governors coming up from this crowd and many more. And so under CBC, the subjects there definitely will be history and governance. We have geography, economics, literature for advanced English, Kiswahili, sociology, and citizenship. Now, why that combination? Because history and governance definitely will give you legal systems and constitutional development. It will give you the history of the country and the history of everything. At the end of the day, you're able to make and develop the constitution. Then economics, because of policy regulation frameworks. Then literature and languages, because of it is critical for legal interpretations and argumentations, especially in law and many others. And then sociology, understanding social justice and human rights, which is very important. And then the career outcome there, we have the lawyers, like the CJs that we have, Mathe Kome, that we have in the country, the diplomats, public administrators, and policy analysts like we have everywhere. And then we have, under social sciences, we also have business and commerce track, which again we'll talk about economics, business, mathematics, accounting, computer sciences, etc., entrepreneurship, and geography. Again, why? Because of the financial literacy and analysis for mathematics, because of the macro. These are big terms, I want to believe. But again, when you get there, they're not as big as it sounds. But when you meet them, you will be able to understand them much more. Then arts and sports. I put it as the last because I wanted to speak more about it, because we can identify so much with this. We love fun, we love leisure, we love pleasure, we want to relax. And whenever we want to relax, what happens? Someone else makes us relax, someone else makes us happy, someone else makes us energized. So we have creative arts and sports. Now the combination here, we'll talk about tracks like fine art and the creativity industry. What happens there? The subjects there include fine art in itself. We have creative writing, where we have shairi, okay? We have shairi. We have spoken word. We'll also have music or theater art. We'll also have digital media studies, entrepreneurship, English, and sociology. Why? Again, we talked about sociology and all that. Why do we have this in creative arts and sports? Because we need to develop artistic creativity and production skills. That's why we need the creativity writing, okay? We need digital media partnership. That's why we have computer there. We will also need entrepreneurship support, monetizing talent, okay? Nurturing this young talent that has been given to this young man and this young lady. And then when we talk of sports science track, again, we have those who particularly decide to venture into games and sports. A simple example, if there's something that God has gifted this institution, we have sports. But when you look at it from the country's point of view, we have great sportsmen and sportswomen in the country. True or false? That's actually the pride of this country. We have the previous. Now he's actually getting out of the track, but he's still a big name. Eliud Kipchoge. Mnamjua? Mumemsikia, sindio? Because of arts and sports. He's an athlete, and that is the pride of the country. Today he's a brand ambassador of, I don't even know where. He's big. We have Faith. Faith who? Kipyegon, and so many others. So, in sports science track, we are looking at subjects like physical education. Physical education, you will be